Say this now. I am the master of my mind. Declare it until your bones know it. I am not a victim of circumstances. I am the creator of them. The great spiritual law is simple. What you see, you summon. What you speak, you shape. What you believe, you build. 99% of the world lives blind to this truth. They see with fear. They look at lack and call it reality. They bow to appearances and call it wisdom. But you are not of the 99%. You are of the 1% who dares to see through the veil, to call forth the good even when good is hidden. When the storm rages, speak this now. There is only divine order here. This storm clears the path for my miracle. When the money seems gone, declare, I live in a universe of abundance. Supply flows to me in perfect ways. When betrayal stings, proclaim, nothing can take from me what belongs to me by divine right. Do you not know? The universe rearranges itself at the command of a mind in alignment. You are never waiting on circumstances. Circumstances are waiting on you. Repeat until the cells of your body tremble with truth. My good is here. My good is now. My good is unshakable. Train your mind. It is your holy instrument. Refuse to feed it fear. Refuse to give it despair. It will obey the strongest voice. Let that voice be faith, not doubt. This is the law. See the good, and the good will grow. Speak the good, and the good will multiply. Believe the good, and the good will overflow. No situation is final until you bless it. No door is truly closed until you speak against it. No power can stop you but your own thought. Therefore, command your mind to look for God's fingerprints in every detail. Even in loss, see preparation. Even in delay, see alignment. Even in emptiness, see room for the miracle. The world bends to the consciousness of the awakened. Speak this aloud, boldly, 3 times. I am aligned with divine law. I see only good. I call forth good. I live in good. And so it is. The law of perception is the first law you must master if you wish to rise above the common life and command the uncommon. What you perceive is what you permit. What you look at is what you call forth. What you fix your attention upon becomes the shape of your destiny. Say this aloud now. I refuse to see with fear. I choose to see with faith. I choose to see with power. The outer world is a mirror, and it bends to the image you hold within. If you see lack, lack will multiply. If you see injustice, you will summon more injustice. If you see defeat, you will magnetize more defeat. But if you dare to see victory where there seems to be none, victory will rise to meet you. If you choose to see blessing in the barren field will bloom. This is the law. Perception is prayer. Every thought you hold is a decree. Every mental picture is a prophecy. You are never merely observing life. You are creating it as you look upon it. The untrained mind is like a wild horse, racing toward fear, staring at what is wrong, feeding on trouble, conjuring more of what it dreads. But the awakened soul takes the reins and says with authority, I will not stare at the problem. I will stare at the promise. I will not magnify the lack. I will magnify the source. Train your eyes to see beyond appearances. When men say there is no way, see the way. When the world says the door is shut, see it opening wide. When the enemy whispers defeat, see your triumph. Do not wait for proof. Proof comes after perception. The world will call you delusional, but the Spirit calls you a creator. The crowd sees famine, but you must see feast. The multitude sees walls, but you must see gates. You are not here to report reality. You are here to rewrite it. Declare this now with power. What I see with faith becomes flesh. What I hold in vision becomes form. I am the seer, the chooser, the creator of my experience. Do not permit your mind to wander to the dark. Darkness feeds on attention. Take back your gaze. Turn it to light. If you must see anything, see the good hidden inside the chaos. See the gold within the fire. See the hand of God arranging all things for your favor. Every situation, no matter how threatening, contains a seed of good. Your perception is the water that awakens it. If you see the good, it will sprout. If you curse the situation, you will withhold the blessing. Therefore, bless what others fear. Speak life over what others condemn. Look at your bank account and say, this is the starting point of my overflow. Look at your sickness and say, this is the ground where health shall bloom. Look at your enemies and say, these are the actors in my ascension story. The law of perception is not passive. It is active, commanding, and creative. Take hold of it, wield it like a sword, refuse to see as the world sees, refuse to call a situation hopeless, refuse to agree with fear. Every day, every hour, demand that your mind see the divine order, the divine abundance, the divine solution. The moment you change your seeing, your life begins to change its shape. Say this aloud 3 times with authority. I see only good, I summon only good, I live in the good. And so it is. The power of declaration is the key that unlocks the gates of your destiny. Your words are not idle, they are forces, seeds and commands sent into the invisible to bring forth the visible. Say this now with boldness. My word is law, my word is power, my word is creation. The universe bends to the sound of a word spoken with faith. Every declaration is a decree stamped upon the substance of spirit. Every sentence you speak is a command that either builds your palace or deepens your prison. The unwise speak carelessly and wonder why life answers with chaos. But the awakened soul knows this truth. Words are weapons. Words are wands. Words are the invisible builders of destiny. When you declare, you are not begging life to change, you are ordering it. Heaven moves when you speak with authority. The world rearranges itself to obey the sound of a convinced spirit. You were not sent here to murmur, you were sent here to declare. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat the fruit thereof. Therefore, speak life until life answers. Declare abundance until abundance floods your path. Speak healing until every cell aligns with wholeness. Announce your victory until every enemy bows. Do not speak what you see, speak what you know by spirit. The world says, describe the problem, but the divine says, declare the solution. If you are in lack, say aloud, I live in a universe of infinite supply, and money flows to me now. If you are in fear, declare, I walk in perfect faith, and every force bends in my favor. If you are in conflict, speak, divine order governs this situation, and peace manifests now. Do not wait for things to look better before you declare them better. Declarations are not commentary, they are commands. Your word is your wand, aim it carefully. Do not curse what you want to bless. Do not speak sickness if you desire health. Do not repeat defeat if you desire victory. Every time you speak, you are writing on the scroll of your future. Therefore, write boldly, write with certainty, write with the fire of faith. Say this now, my word is backed by the Almighty. My declaration cannot return void. My spoken faith cannot fail. When you speak, see the invisible host moving. See angels arranging, doors opening, crooked places straightening. Feel the authority in your bones. Refuse to use your mouth for complaint. Complaint attracts more reason to complain. Praise attracts more reason to praise. Choose your words as a king chooses decrees, knowing they cannot be revoked. Even in silence, guard your inner word, for thought is speech on the inside. Speak aloud what you want the world to obey. Speak until the air around you vibrates with certainty. Speak until your mind believes it. Speak until every atom aligns with your command. Say this 3 times with holy fire. I declare abundance. I declare victory. I declare divine order now. This is the power entrusted to you. Do not waste it. Do not doubt it. Every word you speak is a builder or a breaker. Therefore speak as one who knows. Speak as one who reigns. Speak as one who commands reality. And so it is. The law of divine order is the foundation upon which all spiritual power stands. Nothing is random. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is outside the plan. Say this now with authority. Everything in my life is in perfect order. Every step I take is divinely directed. Every detail works for my good. The untrained mind sees chaos, but the awakened spirit sees choreography. What looks like a detour is direction. What feels like a delay is preparation. What appears as loss is the clearing of the field for the harvest. The universe is not confused about your path. It is precise. Divine order is the hidden hand arranging the pieces of your destiny while the world thinks you are standing still. Even when the night is darkest, divine order is working behind the curtain, placing you where your miracle can find you. Say aloud, I trust the timing. I trust the process. I trust the plan. Refuse to panic when things appear out of place. Appearance is not truth. Divine order is truth. What looks like rejection is actually redirection. What looks like breakdown is breakthrough. There are no accidents, only assignments. There are no dead ends, only divine detours. The law of divine order never fails, though men fail to recognize it. Speak this with power. Nothing can be late in my life. Nothing can be stolen from me. Nothing can stop what belongs to me by divine right. When you know this, you will no longer chase what is yours. You will attract it. You will no longer fear losing what is meant to stay. It cannot leave. You will no longer cling to what must go. It is making space for what is higher, better, greater. This is the command of the law. Stay in faith, stay in praise, stay in alignment. Stop cursing the very process that is shaping your miracle. Every closed door is an usher pointing to the right one. Every delay is a pause that saves you from disaster. Every disappointment is a divine appointment in disguise. The moment you bless what you once called a curse, the chains fall and the blessing appears. Declare this over your life now. Divine order governs me. Divine order governs my home. Divine order governs my finances. Divine order governs every relationship, every opportunity, every decision. When you say this, you invite heaven's architecture to unfold without resistance. Your job is not to force it. Your job is to trust it, to expect it, to align with it. When the world shakes, declare, divine order is here and I am safe. When plans fall apart, proclaim, divine order is at work and a better plan emerges. When people leave, decree, divine order removes what no longer serves me and brings who is meant to stay. The universe does not make mistakes, it makes miracles. You are never lost, never abandoned, never out of place. You are always exactly where you must be to fulfill destiny. Take this truth into your spirit. Until fear dissolves, the law of divine order is the law of my life. I walk in step with it. I move in harmony with it. I am carried by it into perfect outcomes. And so it is. The discipline of the mind is the great work, the holy labor, the unshakable foundation of a life of power. Say this aloud, my mind is my servant, not my master. I command my thoughts, I train my imagination, I shape my reality. The undisciplined mind is a wandering thief, stealing your peace, scattering your power, bowing to fear, running after every shadow. But the trained mind is a sword in the hand of spirit, cutting through illusion, building worlds, drawing good from the invisible into the visible. You must master the inner conversation. You must take every thought captive and make it obey the truth. The mind will try to replay your failures, silence it with the sound of faith. The mind will try to dwell on lack, command it to dwell on supply. The mind will try to magnify the obstacle, force it to see the outcome. Do not let your thoughts roam like wild animals. Break them in, tame them, harness them to your destiny. Say this now with authority. I will not entertain fear. I will not meditate on defeat. I will not agree with lack. Every thought you permit becomes a seed and the harvest is sure. Therefore, sow only what you wish to reap. Plant thoughts of victory, thoughts of abundance, thoughts of divine order. Speak aloud until your mind obeys. My thoughts are aligned with truth. My mind is a channel of power. My inner world is fertile only for good. The world belongs to those who discipline their minds. The man who cannot control his thoughts cannot control his life. The woman who refuses mental mastery is tossed by every wave of appearance, but the awakened one rises each morning and sets the mind like a compass toward good. When fear knocks, the trained mind answers with faith. When despair whispers, the trained mind roars with praise. When the enemy tempts with doubt, the trained mind stands guard and declares, only good can come to me, only good can stay with me, only good can flow from me. The discipline of the mind is not a suggestion. It is a commandment if you desire a life of power. You cannot build greatness on a foundation of scattered thoughts. You cannot summon abundance while imagining lack. You cannot walk in peace while feeding on worry. Therefore, cleanse your mental temple daily. Sweep out the dust of yesterday's fears. Close the door on every negative picture. Replace every image of disaster with a vision of triumph. This is the holy practice. Speak until the mind is tamed. Declare until the mind is trained. Imagine until the mind obeys. The moment the mind bows to your spirit, life begins to obey your command. Say this 3 times with authority. I hold my mind steady. I hold my mind on good. I hold my mind on God. The one who can hold the mind on the truth, regardless of appearances, is the one who moves mountains, summons miracles, and walks in unshakable power. You are not here to be a victim of wandering thoughts. You are here to reign. You are here to command. You are here to train the mind until it becomes a perfect servant of divine law. Do this daily, do it fiercely, do it faithfully, and soon, the very atmosphere around you will bend to the strength of your mental discipline. And so it is. The principle of overflow is the law of divine generosity, the truth that the universe does not deal in scraps but in abundance, in surplus, in more than enough. Say this now with conviction. I was not created for barely enough. I was created for overflow. I was designed for more than enough. Overflow is the natural state of the soul aligned with Source. Look at the oceans, look at the stars, look at the fields. The Creator knows no limitation. Creation never whispers scarcity. It shouts abundance. It floods, it multiplies, it overflows. And you, child of the infinite, must refuse to live beneath your birthright. Overflow begins in the spirit before it appears in the bank account, the body, or the outer life. You must overflow within before you can overflow without. Fill your inner cup with praise until it spills over. Fill your mind with visions of plenty until they drown out every thought of lack. Say aloud until the air trembles, my cup runneth over, my supply runneth over, my life runneth over. This is the great key. You do not beg for overflow, you become it. You do not wait for blessing, you embody blessing. You do not hope for abundance, you declare abundance until every cell vibrates with it. Overflow is the natural response of the universe to a consciousness that refuses to shrink. Small thinking shuts the door. Expansive thinking opens the windows of heaven. Stop rehearsing lack with your words. Stop agreeing with just enough. The law cannot bring you what you do not claim. The river cannot flow where the channel is blocked. Open your channel by expecting more, asking more, declaring more. Say this with power: I receive lavishly, I give generously, I live in the divine cycle of increase. Giving is the proof that you trust the law of overflow. You cannot outgive the infinite. The more you release, the more rushes back to you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Do not fear the abundance of others. Celebrate it. For what you celebrate, you magnetize. Envy closes the hand, gratitude opens it wide. When you see another blessed, declare, what God did for them, God is doing for me, and greater. Refuse to join the chorus of complaint, the choir of scarcity. Overflow answers only to those who sing the song of plenty. Even in the face of emptiness, speak overflow. Even when the cupboard is bare, say aloud, this is the beginning of my feast. This is the seed of my harvest. This is the evidence that supply is near. The moment you bless the little multiplies. The moment you praise what you have increases. The moment you expect the flood is released. You were not sent here to scrape and strive. You were sent to shine and to pour. The overflow is not just for you. It is to spill over and bless others. You are a channel of divine plenty, not a container of meager rations. Live with this decree on your lips. I am a fountain, not a puddle. I am a river, not a drop. I am the overflow of God's abundance made visible. Hold this truth until your world begins to mirror it. Overflow is not a dream, it is your design, and so it is. The identity of the Creator is the final and greatest revelation, the awakening to who you truly are. Say this now with holy fire: I am not a victim of fate, I am a creator of destiny. I am not a pawn of chance, I am a vessel of divine will. The world has lied to you, taught you to bow before circumstances, taught you to shrink before appearances, taught you to plead, to wait, to hope. But hear this truth. You were never sent here to crawl. You were sent here to reign. You carry the spark of the infinite. You are the image and likeness of the Creator, endowed with the power to speak worlds into being, to call forth things that are not and watch them become. You are not separate from the source. You are the expression of it. You are the mouthpiece of divine law, the hands through which heaven touches earth. Stop saying I am powerless. Stop saying I am waiting. Speak this now. I am the one who decides. I am the one who declares. I am the one who commands my life into order. The heavens respond to a soul who knows who they are. The law bends to the consciousness of one who remembers their divine identity. You are not here to merely survive, you are here to create, to multiply, to expand the good. Creation itself groans for you to take your place, to rise into the stature of the Creator consciousness, to stop imitating fear and start imitating God. Every word you speak is a brushstroke painting the picture of your life. Every thought you hold is a seed forming tomorrow's harvest. Do not think small. Do not speak as one without power. Say aloud, I am the architect of my reality. I am the master builder of my destiny. I am the creator of my experience. When trouble comes, do not bow, stand and declare. When lack knocks, do not open the door. Say with authority, I am the creator and I call forth supply. When sickness whispers, do not agree. Proclaim, I am the creator and I speak life into every cell. When the enemy laughs, laugh louder, for you know that nothing can withstand a soul that has claimed its divine identity. Your power does not come from striving, it comes from knowing. Knowing who you are changes how you speak, how you walk, how you expect. You stop begging and start commanding. You stop fearing and start creating. You stop doubting and start declaring. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. It is the natural posture of a soul who remembers its source. Say this 3 times with unshakable faith. I am one with the Creator. I am the voice of divine law. I am the living proof of heaven on earth. Every time you speak this, you strip away the illusion of limitation. Every time you claim this, the atmosphere shifts, the doors open, the crooked places straighten. You were never meant to live as dust. You were meant to live as light. You were never meant to bow to fear. You were meant to command fear to leave. Rise into your rightful place. Remember who you are. Speak as a creator. Live as a creator. Walk as a creator. For when you do, heaven and earth must obey, and so it is. Say this now with the fire of conviction. I see clearly. I speak boldly. I trust completely. I think powerfully. I receive abundantly. I create fearlessly. You are no longer among the 99% who live by fear and appearances. You are of the 1% who live by divine law, who train their minds, who speak worlds into being, who see the hidden good, who walk in perfect order, who overflow with abundance, who create with authority. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is over. The time for rising has come. Life is not happening to you, life is happening through you. Every thought is a seed, every word is a command, every moment is a choice. Choose now to see the good, choose now to speak the good. Choose now to align with the good until the good becomes your atmosphere, your reality, your name. Declare this aloud 3 times until the air around you trembles. I am aligned with divine law. I call forth my good. I live in overflow. I create my destiny. And so it is, and it cannot be otherwise.